How do you actually grow your home inspection business? I just did this experiment where I Googled, help me grow my home inspection business. And I did that in a few different ways. What's the best way to grow your home inspection business? And then I went to AI and I did the same thing to see what would pop up. And then I went to answerthepublic.com to see what sort of things you guys are putting into your Google search, AI search, and what questions you're asking about how to grow your home inspection business. And the answers were not surprising. But I can tell you, most of the answers I found are not the things that are actually going to grow your business. We got to talk about that today. And on this video, I really want to understand what you guys are doing to grow your business. And so just go ahead and think right now, share with Mark in the comments what you're doing to grow your business and what's working. What have you tried that maybe hasn't worked so well? We want to just get as much sharing on this video as we can so that we can all learn together. And I'll do my best to paint my thoughts clearly for you as well, because I don't agree with most of the response I saw online and most of the research answers that came from how do I grow my home inspection business. Let's talk about it. Okay, so I just Googled how do I grow my home inspection business, and all these things started popping up. Before I tell you what they are, type in the comments, what do you think would have popped up? Don't cheat. Don't go do it like I did, but what do you think would have popped up? Here's what popped up. All of it was software related, or it was report writer software related, or scheduling, or digital marketing. It was essentially a long list of tools, different things that you can bring into your business that will help you grow, but they're not going to be the things that actually cause growth. And so there's a key distinction there. Working with a marketing agency, or working with your digital campaigns, or bringing in awesome software that writes great reports, all of those things have their role. All of those things actually can add to your ability to grow your business, but none of those things will grow your business on their own. In fact, you could experiment with this. Go pay the most you can for the best software possible in every area of your business, and then sit back and use it and see what happens. The truth is nothing will happen. You'll have great software, you'll have great products, but unless you're actually doing the things that cause growth, those softwares and all those tools aren't going to do anything. And so, what other thing I saw is that if you are really focused on the answer to just what you're getting online, or maybe even in different Facebook forums for our industry, then you're going to be led into spending a lot of money. And if this is something I've learned personally in business, but I've also heard it from people I respect over and over and over again. Before you go spending tons of money on premium tools, you've got to learn how to use them. You've got to learn how to apply different principles that would help you understand how to leverage them, how to maximize their efficiency in your business. And then that turns into more business. Okay, so I don't agree that the answer to how do I grow my home inspection business is a big list of tools. They have their place, but here at IEB, we are strategic thinkers. We want to think strategy before we think tools. And so now with strategy, I want to know what you think is the best strategy to grow your home inspection business. Is it tools? I could be wrong here, and maybe you have a different thought. So feel free to share that. Or is it something like, I know this is the one growth thing that works, and it's, social media, it's paying for campaigns, or maybe it's open houses, or maybe it's going to do presentations, different things like that, all of which are valid, by the way. Let me know. What do you think is the best way to grow your home inspection business as a strategy? For us, what we think is the best strategy might surprise you a little bit, because there's not a one size fits all strategy. In fact, even the things we teach in our coaching membership, we are very open about the fact that they're just frameworks. There is no one strategy fits all businesses or all markets conversation. And I don't think that that will ever be the case. I think that things are very market dependent, which means you've got to learn what is the best strategy for your market. Okay, so strategic thinking will definitely help you grow your business, but you can sit and strategically think all day long, and that alone will not bring business to you. Okay. So if it's not tools all by itself that grow your business, and if it's not strategic thinking, although we have to have both of those tools and strategic thinking, those two alone don't grow your business. What do you think does? Well, here's what I've seen over and over and over again. I've experienced it in my life, but I never want to position myself as the expert. I'm not an expert on anything. I want to tell you what I've seen in the lives of the largest and most efficient home inspection companies in our country, in fact, on the planet. What I've seen consistently is that before they focus on growing the business, they focus on growing themselves. Now, this is made so complex in the world of personal development or professional development. And I want to simplify this because the people that I see really crushing it in business, it's not like they're spending 4 hours every morning on a morning routine, or that they are just some sort of personal development genius that implements and executes every single book they read, or listens to a podcast and instantly they're like Alex Hermosi, and just super successful with the one thing that they do. It's way more simple than that. The people that do the best in business, the people that I see really doing well at 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 10 million, and beyond in this industry, they have a almost obsessive focus on continual improvement. And that's not like every single day I'm getting 1,000% better. That's more like, what do I need to learn to be the person I need to be for this business objective? And that's different than just kind of generally learning everything and feeling like you have to always be growing yourself in every direction. It's actually way more focused than that. So instead of grabbing a book that somebody recommends, they might grab a book specific to a topic they need to learn to level up their business. And so they grow. And because of that, their strategic thinking ability grows. And because of that, they now know what tools to use and they're more efficient doing so. You see how that works? This is what I see every day in the coaching world, in the residential home inspection industry, is that those people who are continually improving themselves over time are raising the ceiling on their business. They no longer have their personal ceiling here, which is always where their business is going to stop. As they're raising their personal ceiling of development, their business growth ceiling is going up as well. Okay, so let's make it simple. What do people actually do? And I don't mean in books I've read or books you've read or podcasts or what the latest, greatest guru says. I mean, what am I actually seeing successful people do to grow their business through personal development? The first thing they do is they focus on who they need to become to accomplish the mission they have. For example, there was a time in my life where I read, well, I should say, I bought every single book that somebody I respected talked about. My wife would always know if I was on a business trip or at a conference because before I got home, books from Amazon would be piled up on our porch. Mark's not here, but books keep showing up. He must be at a conference. What that led to was a lot of books that I did not read. Facts. I was so inspired by the people around me that I was wanting to learn what they were learning. And so I just bought a bunch of stuff, listened to the podcast they listened to, and I was just going super wide in my learning. But the people that I see who are really successful, and I learned to do this myself from them, they get really, really focused on one question, which is, who am I becoming so that I can accomplish the things I want to accomplish? And then the question is, what does that person need to learn? Again, in my life, that turned into, well, I want to be a great CEO. I want to be a great coach, and I want to be a great public speaker as well. Still working on all of those. But because of that, what I'm learning got way more focused. I want to learn more about all of those things, but I don't want to learn so much about them that I can't implement. I want to get really focused on, what does a CEO do to run a business at a strategic level so that they can determine what tools will move the needle in their business. I want to get really focused as a coach, helping home inspection business owners really understand what it takes to grow their business. So, what does that look like? Rather than learning everything, you learn objective based lessons that help you grow your business. And that is the accelerator for growth in your business. For a lot of you, It's going to be something like, how do I get better at conversations? Because we are a relationship marketing industry. You've got to be having conversations. So, how do I attract people to me? Through curiosity and trust building and great sales language. For some of you, it's going to be using and learning about new technology. I need to get more efficient and stop spending so much time on report writing. And so I need to get more efficient with this technology. Or maybe I need to bring AI in to help me in some places. And for a lot of us, it's going to be about actually showing up as a business owner, entrepreneurship, rather than running your business like a technician. I could go on and on and on with examples, but what I want you to take from this video is that the little shift in thinking is that tools are important, can't run our business without them. Strategic thinking is a must. You have to do it if you're going to build a business, but personal development and focused on objective based learning that will help you grow your business, that is the accelerator. With that, I really, really want to know, what have you read? Who are you listening to? Or what things are you learning that is raising the ceiling for your business? Drop that in the comments. Let us know. And we'll respond to you. We love engaging with you guys on this YouTube channel. And if you need anything else, feel free to shoot us an email, support@iebcoaching.com, or jump on our website and reach out to us. Happy to be in your corner.